So I thought something I read over the weekend answered his question. So I made one this thing. I'll start with this. I read it in this book called Lean In, written by Sheryl Sandberg. She's the COO of Facebook. It's a fantastic book. It's supposed to be for women only, but I read it because a women's magazine asked me to review it. So I had to read the book, no other option. So I found one very interesting thing. She was talking about this ladder and the jungle gym. This jungle gym is the word I heard for the first time. So I googled about it. I just came to know about it. We'll just see in a minute. So this is ladder, which we all know, and this is jungle gym. One of the jungle gyms. There are many patterns. This is what you find in the kids' play area in park. So kids can climb here, climb there, wherever they want to, and then they can just play. It's like they are inside, and then you would have seen things like structures with all closed like this. Kids can go inside, they can do whatever they want, something like that. So this lady uses this analogy to explain something which is supposed to be for women again, but I thought it is common. Everybody can get some insight from it. One simple thing that she is saying is, what is the difference between climbing in a ladder and climbing in a jungle gym? In both cases, you get to the top. That's the ultimate aim. Whether you use this or that, the aim is reaching the top. But in ladder, it's something like a one-way traffic. You go, and if something is broken, or if somebody else is standing there, you don't have an option. You have to come back. You have to climb down. Whereas in a jungle gym, I think each one of us can find at least 20 ways to get to the top, and kids can find 2,000 ways to get to the top. You won't believe what they do with this thing. It looks so simple, but kids can find 2,000 combinations to get to the top. They'll climb here, from here they'll jump there, from there they'll do something else, and they'll do something else which we can't even imagine. So the idea that Sheryl, she uses is, when you take a ladder approach to your life, then you are restricted by your choices. You can only do certain things. If somebody else is blocking you, you have to come down. When you take the approach of a jungle gym, if somebody is blocking you, you can quickly jump to the next one, and from there, if there is something, you can come back here after some time, or you can go somewhere else, or you can take a totally different route, and then you can just reach the top. There are many ways, unlimited number of ways to reach the top. That's the difference between ladder and jungle gym. It was a fantastic thought. I thought probably it fits our company also. I just wanted to expand a bit on this theory. How many of you recognize this place? Yeah, she gets full mark. I don't have any 5 stars. This is Kaveri Nisargadama near Madikeri. Actually, it's a hanging bridge. So you are on this side, you are parking your vehicles and all on this side. You can walk on this bridge, and then you can get to the other side of the park. And it's a good park and stuff like that. That's not the point here. Just compare this. Your bridge determines your behavior. When you look at the garden or whatever it is on the other side of it, 90% of the tourists are in the far end of this bridge. They're all accumulated. I mean, not even 10% just go around and then see other places. Imagine there is no bridge in this. What will happen? You will have unlimited ways to reach the other side of the river. You have to swim, of course. That's a different story. But you have unlimited ways. Here, you are restricted. If there is a path given, you have to go in this path. And when you reach there, you get to explore only that area where it takes you. Whereas there is probably much more which is unexplored. Only 10% of the people go and explore the other areas. So this is a second angle to it. A third angle, let's say you want to run. There are many ways, but I just took 4 ways from there, which are relevant to our company. The first way is treadmill. You switch on the treadmill and then you run there 1 hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever is your time, you run. And you have completed whatever you wanted to do. You ran for 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, whatever it is, you achieved. Probably a few hundreds of calories burnt, and you reduce some weight or whatever it is. It does, the purpose is met. There is no doubt about it. The second mode is walking around the park. Here it is similar to treadmill actually, just that the belt is longer. Otherwise, you are just walking around. So what happens is, have you ever noticed in parks, kids taking this route? They will never touch this route. That is because it's boring after a few minutes. You see the same path again and again and again, and probably you have to do some 40 turns to meet your whatever goal that you wanted to run on that day. So that's the second mode. The third mode is taking a slightly longer thing, just go to the road and then just run. This is definitely bigger than the park. So it's a smaller one, slightly bigger ones, slightly bigger one. So you are definitely getting into that large area, but still you are restricted by the path which is given. Similarly, I want to quote the example of ladder and that bridge that you saw. In all these three modes, there is a restriction, just that the size of the restriction is bigger. In treadmill, it is only this much. In park, it is slightly bigger, and in this map, it is even bigger. So the fourth option is, it's just open. You just go and decide which way you want to go, and that's it. There are no restrictions. You have to go this way, you have to go that way. Today I'll go this way, tomorrow I'll go that way, whatever it is, everything is the right way. So I have a feeling we are doing mix of all these things. Sometimes we are in a treadmill mode where we are doing the same thing again and again and again. Sometimes we are in a slightly bigger thing. We try to do this, we try to do, but still restricted by 2-3 things. Sometimes we explore, but after some time we realize that it is just a bigger park, that's all. Instead of having a real park, it's a city park, that's all. The whole city is your park, but you're still walking in the same, walking or running in the same circle. So the last one seems to be the most exciting one. Not the best one, I'm not saying it's the best one, but it seems to be the most exciting one. So, is that what we are doing? Is it right when we go with the corporate rule books? I don't know. I just have this. If we can have this childlike enthusiasm, like I said, they have 2,000 ways to climb to the top of the jungle gym. They have probably 20,000 ways to explore a park while we have one. We have one way to explore the park while they have 20,000 ways, and so on. So can we have that childlike enthusiasm for another 12 years? If yes, definitely we will have a totally different picture by the end of the 12 years. But remember this, you should not forget this. Just because I am saying every way is the right way, doesn't mean you just go in a wrong way and then just some lion eats you or something like that. So this should always be with you so that you can always backtrack. And few other things. Do you have the right equipment with you to support you if you want to run for 20 kilometers? Do you have the right shoes or whatever it is? It may be a few other equipments also. Do you have it? Do you have enough music in your phone to listen to when you are doing that run? That is important. Water bottle. That talks about what makes you, what refreshes you when you are tired. So are you carrying it? It may be water or something else. First aid, if you are hurt, after all these precautions, you have required first aid with you, and this is the most important thing, you have the enthusiasm with you to run the entire 20 kilometers. That's, end of the day, that's what matters. If you have all these and you can take care of all these, you don't have to worry about whether I am in a treadmill or I am in a park or I am in a city tour or I am just on my own. As long as you take care of all these things, definitely the journey will be exciting and the rewards will also be encouraging. That's what I want to share. Thank you.